Stockwell-Eldridge Show, giving you the real-time information you need to make educated decisions about buying and selling in the world-renowned Twin Cities. Now your hosts and real estate experts, Jason Stockwell and Don Eldridge.
Good morning, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Welcome to another great show, the Stockwell-Eldridge Show, every Sunday, 10 a.m. here on AM 1280 The Patriot. And we have another room full of experts and a great show for you today. I'm Jason Stockwell with RE/MAX Results.
And I'm Don Eldridge with RE/MAX Results.
And we have the usual, the Sparkle.
Stephanie Havel with Wells Fargo Home Mortgage. Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. And our guest today, which we'll get into after the market update, is two gentlemen, Larry Erickson and also Sean Reif. And they are both veterans, correct?
Correct.
And they have businesses that they want to share and we want to talk about on the show. And we're very, very honored and thankful to have you on the show. So welcome.
Thank you for your service, gentlemen.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah, they're part of the organization called Trust Vets, which is, like Sean was saying, it's all veteran-owned businesses. So, yeah.
Oh, nice. Cool.
That's huge.
Yeah,
I have not heard of
I'm
it, so this is
excited.
great.
Yeah.
We're excited to have a good show. So market update, what's happening in the marketplace, Dawn?
Oh, things are moving still. Holy cow.
Really?
List them, they're
Holy
done.
cow.
Yep. Holy moly, guacamole. Alrighty. So in the Twin Cities region for the week ending February 11, new listings decreased 5.2% to 1,338. Pending sales increased 1.1% to 859, and inventory still decreased 23.3% to 8,583, up a little bit, a couple hundred from last week.
Yeah,
but
so it's been going
wow.
from about 8,200 to 8,300 to 8,400 to 8,500. So we're seeing a slow increase in the supply of homes, but that's still down by about 24% or 23% from this time last year in the marketplace. So everybody thinks this year is going to be a great market for real estate. It is, if you, for a realtor anyway, from our perspective, if we have the clients or we have the home sellers, because not as many home sellers are going to be selling as they did last year already. If it's this slow to begin with, and
Right.
we're already into February, it's probably going to be slower and less inventory throughout the rest of the year. Therefore, a big demand for new construction. So you'll probably see a big push and a lot more new construction going on. Although I just read an article that said that Mattamy exited.
Yeah, is pulling out of Minnesota. I saw that. But they're selling their lots off to two different builders.
Well,
right?
what happens
So-
is anytime the economy picks up, small local builders tend to take over, and then the big boys sometimes leave. Like K-Hub left last year, the year before. Now Mattamy's leaving because there's too much competition with local builders going on, I think is what they're seeing maybe, and their margins are tight.
Right.
I don't know. So.
I thought you were going to. I did also read another article, though, about new construction and Trump and his immigration and all that kind of stuff, because a lot of workers in the construction industry are immigrants, whether people want to like it or not, but they're the ones that are doing a lot of the work. So there's going to be some issue around new construction, finding people to work, finding these. So if you are in the trades, if you're building, roofing, housing, electrician, plumber, anything, these builders need you.
Oh, there's a lot of work in the trades.
Yeah.
I was at the Edina Chamber meeting where the mayor of Edina spoke about the state of the community last week. I could not believe the sheer number of projects and developments for apartments, condos, commercial that were going on just in Edina. Take that times all the other cities. You got Bloomington doing a bunch of stuff, obviously Minneapolis. There's a big demand for construction workers coming up. Even and then that poor worker that got killed on the 169 construction, he's from another state. So
Right.
I think we're getting a lot of workers coming in for construction into Minneapolis from other
Right.
states.
Well, and that's what even Wells Fargo is working with some local colleges and trying to get kids back into the trades and working with these schools and, getting, realizing that that's a great job. There's always going to be work available. But when the economy crashed, a lot of them got out of it. And now they're in different jobs. They're not going back to being electricians and plumbers and painters and
we
everything
need
else.
people
And we
back in
need
that
'em.
business. So here's what one thing, Stephanie, you just brought up, and this reminded me of what I wanted to talk about or bring up. Elliot Eisenberg's laughs and graphs in his 80-word blog that he does every day, especially it had to do with Mexico and immigration and all those things. Big news all over the media, all over the place. Might be a good time to travel to Mexico. I mean, I think you get
I'm
a lot
going
for
there.
You're going, yes,
I'm
and a
going
lot
on
of people
Monday.
probably are. But here's what Elliot Eisenberg says: Meek Mexico. He says, while Trump's policies will impact many nations, Mexico will be the most negatively affected. A stronger dollar will make repayment of its dollar denominated bonds tougher and simultaneously raise inflation in Mexico. To counter this, the Bank of Mexico has raised rates by a staggering 3.25 percentage points. But that reduces investment. Moreover, a trade war will reduce exports, and immigration curbs will reduce remittances. Mexico will suffer a mild recession in 2017 is what he's predicting. So if you like our Mexican friends, go down, spend some money, and travel in Mexico. I'm sure a lot of people are already doing that or are doing that coming up here with spring
I love
break.
it. They appreciate the tourism, and I always say I like a Mexican boyfriend. They
Hi.
say you want something to drink, something to eat.
Stephanie.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
So-
always got to make friends
Come on,
with the servers.
it wouldn't be the show if I didn't throw in a dating reference, right?
Yes.
Well, in Cabo, there's a whole beach that's full of vendors. You could meet lots of boyfriends there.
Yeah.
Almost free.
Almost free, right? Yeah, that's what they always say. Free for you, lady. Free for you. I love it.
Exactly.
One more thing with the market update that I have to hit on, and this goes right to Stephanie. There's an article that came out the other day and said there's no escaping rising mortgage rates. Will not be escaping that this year. It's happening. It will be happening. Treasury bond, I think, or whatever, the Treasury is going up. Rates follow right along with that. So there's no escaping rising rates. So if you're a buyer considering buying a home or thinking of buying a home, again, the earlier the better, probably if you're going to get into a rate that you...
Well, and people need to realize, though, too, is we are still in historically low rates. I mean, my goodness, people. I mean, for those of you that were buying homes back in the 80s, at 16, 17% interest rates,
Yep.
I mean, anything below 10% is still below the national
And it's still really good.
U.S. history average.
It's a
Isn't
sign that
crazy?
the economy is truly recovering or recovered, right?
Right.
When rates go up, that means you have a healthy economy and you're doing well, right? I mean, that's...
Yeah, and there's still so many options. I mean, we talk about it all the time, different economists, about doing an ARM, maybe a 5-year or 7-year ARM and getting a lower interest rate if people on average tend to move 5 to 7 years. So if you're doing a 7 or even a 10-year ARM, why not lock into that lower rate? It gives you a
You
little
can
bit of
still get
opportunity.
15-year rates in the 3s. You can get 30 years in the 4s.
Yeah, it gives you opportunity to buy more house, if you leverage some of those options.
I really like that 10-1 arm. I think that's awesome. Mm-hmm. Because
Yep.
so many people stay for
Jumbos
about
are still
10,
really good.
and then
They look
get out.
like jumbo rates are
Yeah,
still really
jumbo
good if you're
pricing
buying a new
is
construction over.
fantastic.
Yep.
Well, and one of the nice things, too, that Wells Fargo offers is what we call a recast option. So if people are purchasing, we talk about this all the time, you want to go in and make a non-contingent offer. If you can qualify with both homes or not selling your existing home, you could put a small amount down on your house. And then once you sell your home, you can take that money. Wells Fargo will recast it. We'll take that, put it down in your principal balance, re-amortize your loan, your payment, everything. And
So what that means, folks,
And we
is
offer that for
if
free.
you take a big lump of money, put it at your mortgage right now, like if I did it on my mortgage, I put a lump of money at it, my payment's going to be the same because it's set at the principal balance of when I got the mortgage, even if I pay down the principal dramatically. You recast it so it resets
Correct.
the principal balance, therefore resetting your monthly payments, lowering them, and make, so that's a great...
Right, yeah.
great,
So definitely contact, stop in and see anybody at Wells Fargo and give me a call, and glad to help you out with that. So,
I just want to add, too, even though the inventory is low, there are still deals out there to be had.
Oh, yeah.
You just have to find them. So hook up with someone that can help you find properties that aren't on the market or temporarily not available for showings, because we connected some clients to a great property that was temporarily not available for showing, and I
Yep.
think they got a wonderful price. It would have gone in multiple offers for sure had it hit the market way over asking.
Yep. And then, so call us if you have any questions about real estate, 651-400-0773, 651-400-0773. Also, a tip for you as a buyer, don't be afraid to write a letter. Don't be afraid to make it sappy. Don't make it emotional. Tell the seller why you want that home. I have a seller client this last week who had multiple offers. I advised we call highest and best, and my seller said, no, I just want to move forward with this offer because I like their letter and I think they're the right fit for this home, even though they could have maybe gotten a few more $1,000s out of them. So there are good people out there, and sometimes your letters will help, and it can't hurt anyway on that. So if it's in this competitive market from a buyer standpoint, it's good to write letters.
I agree. And also include a photo. I mean, especially if the person has a dog,
sometimes,
include
right.
a picture of
Yeah.
your dog. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do.
Depends upon the photo, but yeah.
I suppose.
well, and one quick thing I was
Nothing
gonna
naughty.
comment on that is I was at a seminar, and making sure, like, people will say sometimes, I want to buy, I'm approved, or I'm looking only at like a $150,000 range. Well, I don't know, maybe if Edina's necessarily has a lot of those homes, but there are still homes in that market. You just need to know the neighborhood.
Speaking of Edina, call us if you have questions or anybody that wants to buy in Edina. We have an opportunity in Edina to buy a house for $152,000. You can't buy land in Edina for under $300,000 typically. So this is a unique opportunity, and it is a unique program. So if you have anybody looking to buy in Edina specifically, let us know. We have a pre-market coming on in Egan. We have lots of new properties coming up, so just always reach out to us, or feel free to reach out to us if you're a buyer or know someone who might be buying, a coworker, family member, loved one. Let us know. 651-400-0773. With that, want to do an introduction. Larry Erickson and Sean Reif. Welcome again, guys. I know we talked about the market update. You can get a realtor, 2 realtors and a mortgage person. We could talk all day. So now we got to switch topics and go to you guys. So give us a little background. Maybe start with you. Larry. Background on yourself. What got you into what you're doing and what you're programmed and what you do. And then when we get back from break, we'll talk with Sean a little bit.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Larry Erickson. I'm an Air Force vet. I quit early. I only did 31 years. What got me into my business, which is financial education services, is my ability to help people. So what does that mean? I work a lot with real estate people and with mortgage people. Somebody goes to buy a house, and all of a sudden they get the shock they're not qualified. They got a 570 or a 590 credit score. It doesn't work too well. And our company, Financial Education Services, we fix that problem. So we don't just fix the problem, fix the credit reports, but we also help people build positive credit, educate them, and then protect their assets.
Well,
and that
that's
education
great.
is so important too, Larry. I mean, that's what I think, we obviously at Wells Fargo, it's such an important aspect too, is that education. So people don't end up in those situations like they were before. I know a lot of other companies were like, okay, pay $500, we'll wipe it off your report and call it a day. And I'm sure there's a lot more to it than that in your business, right?
Yes, there is.
Right.
And so so the organization is Trust Vets?
Well,
that's what you're involved in too, right?
Correct.
The organization is involved in that.
Trust Vets is a kind of a networking organization.
Is that trustvets.org, or is there a website for that? Or?
Trustvets.org.
Trustvets.org.
They have a Facebook page too.
Right. And it's all veteran-owned businesses.
So veteran-owned, and your financial services business will help veterans?
It'll help
and
anybody
else. Okay.
And I also specialize in veterans, too.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Larry, and we'll be back with more, folks. Stay tuned. This is the Stockwell Eldridge Show. We're going to get in to talk to Major Sean and Larry Erickson. Stay tuned.
You sound so simple, I just got to go. The sun's so hot